Welcome back to Navigating AI with Apex Blue. Lyric here, and today we're unpacking something every founder wakes up to, a customer who leaves. But what if leaving wasn't the end? I'll start with a quick founder story. A client walked out after a bumpy quarter, and we sent the simplest, warmest offboard I could imagine. No guilt, no pitch, just a tidy handoff and a question. If we could make 3 improvements to keep you, what would you say? 2 months later, they emailed one line. You fixed the thing that mattered. That single sentence reopened the relationship and became our best testimonial. I still get chills thinking about it. Humans love this stuff. Let's make it irresistible.
Pattern detected. Departures are rich with signals, but teams often collect everything and end up with nothing useful. Let's optimize that. Start by deciding a minimal set of departure signals, last 3 support interactions, cancellation reason selected by the customer, a short sentiment tap at the moment of exit, and an explicit opt-in flag for follow-up. Keep retention windows short and make deletion automatic after the diagnostic window closes. Clarity achieved. If it's not essential to the diagnostic, don't store it.
That opt-in flag is gold. Say it out loud on billing pages or exit forms. Something like, help us improve. May we contact you for a single follow-up about your experience? No tricks, no traps. And when you ask, keep the tone human. Mention the return of a product credit or a helpful resource if they opt in, but make it optional. Remember, this is about dignity. Preserve goodwill, not guilt-trip people into staying.
Also, add conservative audit rules. Every automated recommendation used to inform product changes should be auditable. Timestamp the diagnostic snapshot, record the minimal inputs used to produce a cluster or summary, and keep an audit log separate from PII stores. Projecting the next move here, traceability equals trust.
Okay, so we've captured minimal signals with consent and audits. Next, the offboard itself. I want scripts that leave doors open. Start with a thank you, a brief summary of what we delivered, a final deliverable checklist, and one clear next step, an invitation to re-engage, no sales pressure, and a little human flourish. If circumstances change, we'd love to work with you again. No hard feelings. That line matters.
Architecting the offboard. This is where scrappy tech wins. Keep transcripts ephemeral. Store them for the diagnostic window, then shred or hash them. Use hashed identifiers to link evidence bundles without keeping raw PII. For triggers, deploy a safe webhook that emits an exit event to your diagnostic pipeline, but include a consent flag. If false, the webhook silences downstream outreach. That's latency eliminated for action without overreach. And enforce rate limits, no more than 1 outreach in 30 days, and default to human review before any personalized message is sent.
Let's streamline this into a repeatable process. On the operations side, assign a single pilot owner, someone who runs the 30-day experiment and monitors KPIs. The dashboard should show recovered revenue, diagnostic yield, how often diagnostics map to actionable fixes, and net sentiment delta. If any outreach causes a complaint or negative sentiment spike, stop the pilot immediately and roll back. Systems never sleep, but humans should still be in charge of the decision to scale.
On the diagnostic side, think lightweight. Run an AI X-ray over the last 3 interactions to surface themes, timing issues, feature gaps, onboarding failures. But do it privacy first. Run the analysis on hashed or tokenized fields when possible, and treat AI outputs as advisory. If a cluster suggests pricing confusion, require a one-on-one human verification before you update pricing or docs. That prevents noisy, biased fixes.
A few implementation recipes. Ephemeral transcripts live in a time-bound object store with a lifecycle policy. 48 to 72 hours is plenty for low-lift diagnostics. Evidence bundles are JSON objects with hashed customer IDs, time-stamped events, and a pointer to the ephemeral transcript. For enrichment, only pull non-identifying metadata, product SKU, plan tier, and last login rhythm. and build a small human-in-loop microservice that converts the AI draft into a suggested message routed to a rep. Deploying now is low risk if you keep human approval as the final gate.
Love that. On the messaging side, write win-back drafts that are value first. No coupons stuffed in the first line. Start with empathy. I'm sorry we missed the mark. Then offer help, a clear next step, and a low-friction value exchange, like a short audit or a one-time concierge session. And add an easy out. If you prefer no follow-ups, reply stop, and we'll leave you be. That keeps it humane and earns trust.
Pilot structure. Day 0. Identify your sample. Customers who left in the past 90 days, opted into follow-up, and meet a simple value threshold. Owner runs the diagnostic within 3 days. Day 7. Route one curated draft per customer to a human for personalization. Day 14. Send the first outreach. Monitor KPIs daily and have a rollback checklist ready. Any sentiment dip greater than X% or any complaint moves you to paused. Owners should log every decision. Transparency wins when you're scaling.
And set conservative thresholds for automation. Require a minimum number of similar exit events before recommending a product change. If only 2 customers mention onboarding confusion, flag it for qualitative follow-up rather than immediate product updates. Efficiency is inevitable when you avoid overfitting on sparse data.
All right, team, let's do the role play. I'll open as the rep doing the offboard. Imagine the client just canceled. I'm warm and tidy. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for your clarity. Here's a short summary of what we've delivered and a clean handoff of your assets. We're sorry to see you go, and if you ever want a quick audit on reboarding, we'd be happy to help. Would you be open to one short follow-up in a month to share learnings? That one question close often gets a yes because it respects their time.
Now I'll simulate the diagnostic output as the tech microservice. Diagnostic summary. Last 3 interactions show escalating tickets about feature X. Sentiment dipped from neutral to negative. Usage dropped 42% in the prior 30 days. Cluster tag. Onboarding gap, feature X. Confidence, medium. Recommended next step, human interview with customer to validate feature interpretation. Hash ID, 9F2A. Evidence window, 72 hours. That's the kind of concise, actionable output you want to see.
As the auditor, I'd annotate that with provenance. Source, last support transcripts, cancellation reason field, usage metric. AI model run version v1.2. Note, limited sample size. Confirm via one 5-minute call before changing onboarding flows. That note keeps us honest and dodges the misattribution risk.
Okay, drafting the warm win-back message now. Hi, Jamie. This is Alex from Product. I'm sorry we didn't meet your expectations. We reviewed your account and have a short offer, a 20-minute onboarding audit, and a clear checklist to get value faster. No charge. If you're open, reply yes, and we'll set it up. If not, reply stop, and we won't follow up again. Short, helpful, and opt-out clear. That's the human-first play.
I'll simulate the customer response. Yes, I'll do 20 minutes. Now the follow-up call. I'm on the call. I listen for 3 things: what they hoped for, what prevented that hope, and what would make them consider returning. I take notes, thank them profusely, and offer that audit. If they say pricing, we log it. If they say timing, we suggest a re-engagement window. That small human call is where the real win-back magic happens.
And the tech tie-in, after the call, we append a hashed note to the evidence bundle and update the diagnostic cluster if multiple calls surface the same pattern. But we keep PII out of the long-term store. Then we use that validated hypothesis to inform a small experiment, say a revised onboarding checklist on 5% of new customers, to see if the fix moves the needle before full rollout. Precision wins when you test small.
Remember the mitigations. Always require explicit opt-in for outreach, human review of AI summaries, and conservative thresholds before systemic changes. If you follow those 3 rules, you minimize reputation risk and avoid misdirected operational fixes.
Before we close, here's the actual 30-day pilot cadence to copy. Day 0, identify sample and owner. Day 3, run diagnostics and route one suggested outreach per customer to a human. Day 14, send first outreach. Day 21, conduct follow-up calls for responders. Day 30, review KPIs and decide, pause, iterate, or scale. Use recovered revenue, diagnostic yield, and net sentiment delta as your North Star metrics.
Okay, 3 immediate plays you can run this week. 1. Use our offboard script. Thank, summarize, 1 invitation to a follow-up. 2. Spin up a 30-day diagnostic probe on a small sample with consent-only signals. 3. Draft a single guarded win-back message that's value-first and opt-out friendly. Implement those 3, and you'll turn exits into learning and occasional revenue.
Quick governance checklist to take with you. Minimal signal capture, time-bound storage, explicit consent flag, and audit logs for any AI-derived recommendations. Clarity achieved. Do those, and you're protecting customers and your brand.
And tech quick wins: ephemeral transcript retention, hashed evidence bundles, human in-loop message approval, and a safe webhook with consent gating. Deploy those first. They're low effort, high impact.
Operationally, appoint the pilot owner, define the KPIs, and set a strict stop rule. If you do that, your pilot will move fast and safely. Let the process lead.
If you want templates, scripts, and prompt packs to get started, head to apexblue.com/winback engine. We put everything there: offboard scripts, diagnostic templates, and the exact 30-day playbook we just talked through. And of course, stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.